What can I say about my old boy, Paul Venis? How are you, son?
Brett May's back, filming from a Toby carvery alone, mumbling about Paul Venis like a fight's ever going to happen. He's clearly struggling, just had his car taken off him, and now he's clinging to the camera, hoping ad revenue will fix his pride. Another delusional rant, another fantasy matchup, same sad story. Brett, you're the one that should be called Quasimodo, because you're ringing that same tired bell.
Truth be told, Venis will be a good fight. You know what I mean? When he's coming good, he's good. It'll be a good fight for anyone. He's admitted his demons, but won't had the demons in life. He's admitted to being an ex-addict, but won't been an ex-addict in life. There's people who's got skeletons in the closets everywhere. You know what I mean? And who's battled with addiction. I ain't talked about some of the stuff of mine in time, but we've all been no angels. You know what I mean?
Now, Brett's trying the backhanded compliment routine. It's so see-through. Paul's got skeletons in his closet, but he's talked about it. Sounds respectful, but it's pure Brett. What he really means is, yeah, Paul, you were a gearhead. I wasn't, so I'm better. It's not praise, it's projection. He's not lifting Paul up. He's trying to drag him down to feel taller. Truth is, there's more chance of Brett finding a female companion to go out to eat with than beating Paul Venis in a ring.
You know what I mean? I've never been on hard drugs or anything like that, but no one's ever been no angels. You know what I mean? And I think that goes for anyone. We've all got secrets, haven't we? You get me? No matter us, we're all human beings. So fair play to you on that one. But Paul, I do to a certain degree rate him. But some of the stuff he does say, like the hardest man, doorman in the UK and all this, and I know I've gone on about it before in the past. I just think he's only used to a certain amount of fighting. He ain't lived the life what I've lived.
Now, Brett's claiming he's never touched hard drugs. Brett, we've seen you coked out of your mind. If you don't think cocaine counts as a Class A drug, that's your own denial. But let's be clear, it does. You're not clean. You're just rewriting history. Then you say you raped Paul. Like that puts you on his level. You had one BKB fight and quit. Paul was a K1 British champion. And yeah, Paul once said he was the hardest doorman in Britain, but that was years ago. And he's admitted multiple times it was exaggerated, hyperbolic, even a false title. He's owned it. You, on the other hand, can't even own your own nosebleeds. Even Paul's haters admit he's the better man, Brett. That says everything.
Like I said, the extra mile, when people are taking 25 grand off him on his doorstep and stuff like that, which I know was a heavy, heavy firm what did it to him. I know these people, and they are heavy. But you know what I mean? You shouldn't be saying you're the hardest man in the Northeast when these people live in the Northeast as well, because obviously you're not. They are. But then you'll say, are these men hard or dangerous? Probably both. You know what I mean? When you come into someone's door like Venis and taking 25 grand off him, obviously you're dangerous. You know what I mean? So, but nah, Paul's fight, like I said, I need to get some fights over the line first. I can't keep on booking up and saying I'm going to fight him on so-and-so date, I'm going to fight him on so-and-so date. Because I look like a gobshite. I've got over a dozen fights here on YouTube already. And I want to get another dozen out the way before I get into next year. And then we'll start talking more seriously. But I think me and Venis will do a great fight in August time. Once we get a few more of these out of the way. I think the Decker fight will really test the metal more than anything to put me right into the mix. Because who knows? I'm talking like I'm already winning here, and anything can happen. It's a fight. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So I really need to buckle down and get these done. You know what I mean? So I'm not an idiot. You know what I mean? People are not coming to lose. People are coming to win. People are coming to take my head off. So I need to be on the job. It's as simple as that. And
now Brett's trying to gossip about Paul allegedly paying back 25 grand like that's some kind of win. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But Brett, you literally got rammed off the road, terrorized, and had your brand new car taken off you. That motor lasted what? 3-4 days max? You're known for one thing, calling people out and never turning up. Even Shadowboxer challenged you and you shit it. No real fights on YouTube, just a hay bale shuffle and that BKB meltdown where you got battered, quit, and possibly shit yourself on live stream. You say you're not an idiot, but mate, Joy D. Poi is your biggest supporter, and if that doesn't scream idiot magnet, nothing does. You're not the fighter, you're the mascot.